Welcome back. If you're new here, I welcome you. I hope you stick around and enjoy what I have to offer. And if you're already a subscriber and following along, I appreciate you subscribing and being here. As I said, I was doing a full. This is it. The first one of the shorts. One, retirement can cost you your shop everything. The second one, if only one person knows a job. And then the third one, you didn't train them, so why are you mad? So here we are in the full, as I said. Manufacturing is losing its knowledge and how to fix it. So, as I said, there's a problem happening right now across manufacturing. And if it's not fixed soon, it's going to get harder than anything we've seen in years. It's not automation, it's not outsourcing, it's the loss of knowledge. Every shop has it. That one person, maybe a few, who know everything. They know the setups, they know the sounds machines make when they're off. They know the shortcuts, the fixes, the things that aren't written down anywhere. And they're leaving. Retirement, burnout, better opportunities. When they go, they're taking that with them. Now the shop is left scrambling. Jobs take longer. Scrap increases. Customers start noticing. It happened because nobody planned for it. For years, shops relied on experience instead of building systems. They leaned on their best employee, the best people, instead of multiplying them. And now we're seeing the result. So how do you fix it? Because this is fixable, but it takes effort. And unfortunately, management is going to take a little bit of money. First, you have to start documenting, and not in some complicated, overbuilt system that nobody uses. Simple. Setup sheets, photos, videos, step-by-step processes. Capture your experienced people now while they're still there. Because once they're gone, you're guessing. I would rather have my experienced guys sit down at a workbench and handwrite or video document their thoughts on some of these machines. So when they do leave, you're at least a step ahead there. Second, you need cross-training. A shop who doesn't cross-train might as well just lock the doors now because you're failing. No more, only this guy runs this. Rotate people. Teach multiple operators the same job. Yes, it might slow you down at first, but in the long run, it makes you stronger. Because now you have coverage, flexibility, stability. Because if Bob calls in and he's the only one that's ever ran that job ain't running tonight. Well, guess what? If Kim and Johnny both know how to run that and they're there, well, guess what? Now you can move one of them over there and run the job. It's not rocket science. It's common freaking sense. And unfortunately, I'm talking directly to you, management. You don't have any of that anymore. Find some. Third, you need to build a training culture. And this is where most shops fail. Training isn't just throwing someone next to the machine and saying, watch him. That's not training. Training is structured. It's intentional. It's explaining not just how, but why. What the part is. Where does it go? What happens if it's wrong? Because people understand the purpose. They perform better. Now let's talk about the bigger solution. Apprenticeships. And not just formal, complicated programs that take years to build. Start in-house. Bring in new people. pair them with experienced workers, create a path, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, when they're learning real skills, real setups, real problem solving. Then, if you can, build a bridge to college programs, tool and die, manufacturing engineering, CNC programming. Give them a future. Because right now, a lot of young people don't even consider this field, not because it's not valuable, but because nobody shows them the path. And here's the truth. The industry cannot be ignored because it cannot be fully automated. You can automate parts of it, but not the thinking, not the troubleshooting, not the experience. Machines don't replace skilled workers. They amplify them. And if you don't have the skilled workers, the machines don't matter. So this isn't just about fixing a short-term problem. This is about the future of your shop, your workforce, your ability to compete. Because the shops that figure this out are the ones who invest in people, training, and apprenticeships. They're the ones that survive. The ones that don't, they're going to keep struggling until they're forced out. So the question is, what kind of shop are you building? One that depends on a few people, or one that builds the next generation? Because the clock is already ticking. Now, I will add in my personal experience. I worked in a shop. They had an in-house beginner's apprenticeship, I guess you'd say. It covered GD&T, blueprint reading, kind of all on the beginning steps before you go to a college program. But you went through it before you went to the college. And they paid for the college as long as you kept a C plus or better. And you were available to earn scholarships and whatnot. I myself went through that program in-house and college. I earned my associates in tool and die mold making. It very beneficial. And that's something that shops can do right now. Go find some basic blueprint reading, or the GD&T, basic math, stuff that affiliates itself with your business, and bring that forward. Let your new employees who want to go down that path or are structured to go down that path do that. And then management, this is to you. Come up with a plan to where they can go to college and on your dime. Because that's the way you're going to build this. Sitting on your hands, complaining about money, or we ain't got time for that. Like I said, the door's over there. Turn the lock, because that's what's going to happen eventually. So I leave this with you. Please like, share, and subscribe this, and hit the notification bell so you know when my next crazy stuff comes out. And the biggest thing is, leave a comment. Have you seen this problem in your shop? Who is that person? Tell me a little bit. And operators, quality, engineers, I'm talking to you now. If your management needs this, direct them to my videos. I am a consultant. I will help. I don't care if you're, in Colorado or Texas, whatever. I can Zoom. I can get in the car. I can drive. I can get in a plane. I don't want to, but I can. And I'll come and I will go through, basic workup for free at the beginning. And if I show that I can quantify what I'm talking about, then we talk about money. But until then, I will see y'all in the next video.